Thank you for listening and welcome to the Life Podcast, a proud member of the Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network. I'm your host, Don Smith. We sat in the WWSU studio for a wonderfully fun hour with Scotty Mays and the lovely T-Bone. We cover everything from exciting announcements to mud flaps. If you enjoy the show, like and follow the Life 1069 on Facebook and Don Smith Comedy on Twitter, or tune in live on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, or you can stream the show live at WWSU1069.org.
The brutal presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence overwhelms me.
Radio silence. Hey, welcome to the live radio show. It's I know it seems a little weird because we just did a pre-record and I played my outro in the middle of the damned episode. Hey, we're still here. Don't go away. Don't let the outro fool you. I told Patrick not to do that, but he did.
You can blame it on
anyway,
me.
Patrick.
You can blame it on
you.
me.
Get it together,
Well, yeah,
Patrick.
that's what the producer's for. It's so you can be blamed for stuff.
Wasn't even there at the time of the recording, yet I somehow still messed it up.
Exactly. Why are you like that? Do
What? I didn't ask to be born this way, Don.
Do better next time, Patrick. Hey, my guests are in the studio. Scotty Mays, the elusive.
Elusive.
The elusive
Yes.
Scotty Mays.
Yeah. Elusive
He
or
is-
isolated.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'd take a picture of you, but I'm afraid it'd just turn out blurry like Bigfoot.
It would be all
'Cause,
pixelated.
It'd be all pixelated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because, you should put some pants on for this show.
Probably should.
Speaking of no pants, T-Bone.
T-Bone's in the house.
Don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
That's okay. T-Bone's in.
I prefer them pantsless.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, it's easier to reach the T. That's how you got the nickname. Welcome back. We've missed you here.
It's good to be here.
Most of the time, I invite Scotty, hoping he'll bring you, and I actually had to formally invite you in person.
I know. I felt all kinds of
in
special,
person
though.
through a message.
I got to brag. I was like,
Exactly.
so I'm going to
Yeah.
be on the show.
Yeah,
with
there
you.
you go.
With her cracky voice.
That's okay.
That's her concert voice. That's what happens.
This
3
is
days
what
of,
happens.
You guys were partying all weekend. What was happening?
Yeah, it was Sonic Temple.
Sonic
we were
Temple.
Templars for the weekend.
Nice.
It was good. Got to see some Gojira and some Lamb of God and some really.
Your voice is not cracky? Is there?
No.
Are
No.
you just
Well,
not a good concert
Disturbed
goer?
happened, and I just shut down completely because they were just horrible. So
Really?
They
yeah,
were.
it was bad.
That's terrible to hear.
Yeah, but we're here, so that's great to hear.
Exactly.
that we're here.
That's always good to hear. Charlie said she was going to call in so she could give you crap about never showing up. Because I tried to get you in Sunday with the pre-record we just did.
Yeah, that would have been fun
and you just
too.
couldn't. Because that would have made the entire episode a pre-record, and we wouldn't have to be here now. And I wouldn't be able to blame Patrick. So, so it all worked out for the best.
Hey, if Charlie is listening though, Charlie, sweetie, I just want you to know that it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also,
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
Scotty Mays does not actually exist. This is an artificial intelligence that we stuck on your Facebook Live
true.
video.
This is
Scotty,
true.
he just called you intelligent.
I know.
He doesn't know
Artificial
you at all.
intelligence.
Oh,
Maybe-
okay. It's artificial.
It is
Artificially intelligent.
fake intelligence.
That's the best kind. That
It
way
really
nobody
is.
can tell you it's
Fake
otherwise.
it till you make it.
Now the
Exactly.
question is, are you artificially flavored?
T-bone.
For that, Patrick, you will have to taste.
You really want to know. Quite delicious.
We all want to know. No, we
I'm
don't.
the artificial sweetener. Which means she'll probably end up with cancer here in about 5
Right,
years.
that's what I was going to say. That's a carcinogen.
Right.
Well, it's good to have you back. What have you been up to? Is it anything going on comedy-wise? Or just
I've done a few shows here and there, and then I have a big show coming up Friday at the Woodward Theater in Over the Rhine down in Cincinnati.
Oh, cool.
That is Believe Fest. And
Believe Fest.
Yeah, and I don't know how to pull her phone up to read that flyer to you,
Yeah.
but it's at 6:00. Starts at 6, and it's for the Foundation of Recovery. So
Cool.
the proceeds go to the Foundation of Recovery, and what that does is they help people who don't have insurance or can't get into treatment. They help them get into treatment without insurance, and it's pretty much like a a scholarship, so to speak. But it's a contest too. Kelly Collette, I don't know if you're familiar with her.
I know the name. Yeah.
She's really funny. And Wayne Memmott.
I know Wayne. Yeah.
And myself, we will be...
Speaking of Wayne Memmott, Wayne, are we getting new menus for Wiley's?
Well, the three
They're
of
at the
us
printers.
will...
He said they'd be in a week or so.
The three of us are competing for a $500 cash prize. So that will be fun. And then Dan
when you get
Swartle.
the cash prize, you have to donate that to whoever gets the scholarship. That's how those usually... I'm just kidding. You can do it.
You're making me feel some kind of way now.
You are going to be in his head the
Kind of like
entire
a
time.
50-50 raffle at a charity. If you win the 50-50
Right, half
raffle
of
at a
it,
charity, everybody stares at you, and you know they're wanting you to just hand that over.
Yeah.
I run out the door.
Right. Hey, thanks.
I'm kidding. I never win anything.
Yeah, me neither.
Great. Thanks, Don. Now when he wins, he's going to hand it over like, here.
But it's
when it's
actually,
a contest like that, I don't think it's the same.
It's going to be my last show.
Have we heard that before?
So I'm not quitting this time.
Okay, it's just your last show. You're
I'm taking
stopping,
a
not quitting.
hiatus.
Okay.
A short term.
You and your
I
hiatus.
don't know. It's going to be, it's whatever.
I could think of another word that sounds just
never,
like hiatus.
Never take a hiatus.
There you go. Don got it.
That's always a bad move.
No, but
what's going on? Just self improvement, self-work?
self care, focusing a lot more on my recovery, and plus, I'm playing play on that recovery softball team now, and that's we're having a good time out there, and it's just I need to slow down.
As bad as it sounds, it's not really a team where you want to get an injury on, where you have to take painkillers.
Very true.
Yeah, you want to be very careful not to
be
injured on the
recovery
softball team.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
No.
But no, that self-care is important.
It really is. And like
I've heard. I've never tried it.
It's pretty amazing.
I've tried self-medication. I've never tried self-care.
Well, I mean, that is a form of self-care.
Sort of, yeah.
That's why we have treatment centers.
Yeah.
And if you need any assistance, I can help you with that. Seriously. No, but like work's going great. I got some great job opportunity. I got a huge job opportunity on the horizon that's going to be happening, and I'm very happy about that. So I need to focus on my career. Like I love doing comedy, but it just got to a point to where I was tired, and it just wasn't fun like it used to be. So
I know the feeling.
I need to take a look at that. I need to do a lot of self-evaluation, do some inventory, and be like, was this a hobby or a job? Because honestly, they say if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
Right.
And
it feels like work.
Yeah, and it got to a point where it started feeling like work, and I don't.
You'd buy a comedy club. that'll really. It's that way you'll never work a day.
Because
you'll work every
the
one of them.
gray in your beard says otherwise. There.
I saw a picture of Santa Claus the other day, and I thought, man, is that a mirror? Have I really gone that? But no, it's just me in 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Santa Claus is a little jealous of the gray that you got.
Why is that? Do you know the man personally? Because tell him I got shafted last year, and I don't appreciate that. I got a problem with old Saint Nick.
He didn't give you the right toy?
Oh no, he got the he got the shaft collector set.
Right, exactly. It was from the 70s TV show Shaft. It was this big sex toy. Like
gave you
it
a
was called
hiatus.
the Shaft. That's what I got. That's why I'm so sore at Santa Claus.
That's not where I thought that was going. That was a really big
That's
shout.
exactly what I said. I did not think that's where that was going.
It was like, hold on.
That's going to leave a mark.
No, and then I honestly...
In every pair of underwear I had. Sorry, Scotty, go on.
No, that's okay. It's okay. Honestly, I'm glad you had us on the show tonight because I came here to address a very serious issue. And like T-Bone got honest with me the other night. She admitted that she had a problem, and she doesn't mind me sharing this. We've already talked about it. But there's people suffer with addiction a lot, and she told me that she was addicted to Amazon Prime.
That can happen. That can happen.
I was confronted about it.
Sir, there's pictures posted with her on Amazon. Like, it's so bad, like, when I ask her what time it is, she's like, it's prime time. Wait a minute. So there's, like, subtle triggers in there. And,
Oh, yeah.
But I was proud of her because she admitted that she was powerless over her index finger tapping the turbo button.
That's good. That's good.
It's
well,
primal.
Sometimes you got to tap the turbo button. I learned that from Shaq.
You understand.
Exactly, yeah.
At least you
that's
get,
fun.
at least you get better toys on Amazon.
Working in recovery, do you get a lot of people that are upset about Game of Thrones ending? Because there are some addicts that were watching that crap.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there's not a lot of happy campers out there.
No, are you guys...
I was, and that ended the way that I expected it to, so I wasn't really disappointed with it. But,
okay, no spoilers, because I haven't seen a single episode.
And that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. But she, on the other hand, had some problems with it, which caused her to...
I have a lot of problems.
Yeah. I mean, it was so bad, she got on Amazon Prime.
Right. Hey, sometimes you just need the Prime. That's right.
So I need to detach from this right now.
I want to let you know.
Is there a detox from Amazon Prime?
Apparently there is help because somebody posted
a support group for Amazon.
Nice.
And in my defense, I'm working on a big project. So Amazon seems to have, when I have a thought, I'm like, ooh, and it has it. Everything.
What's your big project? What happens this Saturday?
I am officially opening up my own little salon.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So I have been trying to get my vision. And every time I have one, I'm like, hey, let's see if Amazon's got what I'm thinking. And it does.
Well, if you want to record a jingle or some kind of radio advertisement, I will play it on every one of my shows and podcasts.
Well, thank you. It's kind of...
And if you do a graphic, I will put it on the TVs in the club.
So what's the place called?
Absolutely.
Bella de Astros.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Yeah. Where's it located at?
It's going to be at the Salons of the Green, too.
Cool.
Yes, so Bella de Astros actually is Italian for beautiful disaster.
Nice.
So Saturday will be opening day, and so I've been trying to order all the stuff to get it. And
from Amazon Prime.
Oh my god! Yeah. Every day there is a box.
I can't lie. There are some times I get a little tipsy. And I don't know what's showing up at the door the next couple of days. I almost ordered a banjo. I ended up going with an electronic tuner. I can't play a guitar, but I have the guitar, and it's now got an electronic tuner. It's real cool, and it attaches there right so I can look at it and go, oh, there I am now. And then I'll set it down because it's tuned. And that's
you
all
have
I can
Prime
do.
2 then, don't you?
What's that?
You have Prime 2 then, huh?
Yeah.
That
yeah,
free
I have
shipping,
a little
that's
bit
where
of-
they get you.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
that's-
it'll be there
that's-
tomorrow.
Exactly.
I'm like, yes.
That's what they do. That's the whole reason I started podcasting is I just bought equipment one night. It showed up. I was like, I have a podcast now, I guess.
And
awesome.
here you are.
And here I am. Yeah. Almost 4.5 years later.
Killing it.
Still addicted to Prime.
I used Prime to order that screaming goat we had on the show once.
See?
Oh, that was fun.
Prime will bring you everything. Yeah. This is like a support group now.
It is.
But we're none of us are in recovery. That's the problem. Scotty's the only one.
I can't be your sponsor because we're in a relationship. So
Conflict
that
interest.
never ends well.
Yeah, that's
He's a good seed planter, though, Blake. So
no, I have bad seeds now. I was fixed back in 2007.
I was going to say congratulations.
No seeds are being
no,
planted.
and it's funny because when I would tell some people, I'm like, I got some really exciting news. I have to follow up with no and no. That's not the direction I was going.
That is exciting news, though.
Both
Well, that's a good way to be. I'm totally broken.
Yeah, it's like dual hall passes.
Yeah, but just in case, you never know.
I'm like,
It's
what'd
double
you do tonight,
protection.
sweetie? It's none of your business what I did.
Yeah. Yep, it's not going to show up again. It's not going to come knocking on the door in 9 months and say, this is yours.
You know, it's funny. We're at the concert this weekend, and this guy climbs up to where we're standing to be like, man, you look just like my dad.
Yeah,
Scott's
who died 10 years ago.
Scott's like,
I'm out.
I'm like, babe, he's too old to be yours. You're okay.
I was like, your dad was hot.
That's funny. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting fixed too. Just
should.
because I
It's
tired
the
of being
best.
broken.
Nothing like a bag of frozen peas on your.
You don't want
Your
Charlie
mother.
stealing that from you.
What's that?
You don't want Charlie stealing any of that from
My
you.
bag of peas? Charlie, stay away from my peas.
No pea zone here, okay?
Right? Yeah, no pea over here.
No peas.
Can't have the peas without the carrots.
You keep the carrot.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't cut that. It's called the vas deferens. They snip that. And that's why you need the peas, because you're a little sore. You don't.
And we're all smarter now.
They stay away from the carrot.
They totally do.
Yeah.
I mean, they may lift it up to get to the vast.
Right. Unless you're having a good day, it might be up by
right.
itself.
Hey, can
Depends on the nurse.
put the sterile half in there?
You get the head nurse, you might be okay.
Oh my god!
You should
That's
tickle
her
my
name.
taint.
Yeah.
What is that? I missed
it.
You're going to need to get the taint tickled.
Oh, okay. I thought you just looked at me and said, "Suckle my taint." I was like, what is going on? But you just named the episode. Should it be tickle or suckle? I like the
like
alliteration,
suckle.
but I like suckle.
Suckle the taint.
That's great.
Can we say that on the air? We just
Suckle
did.
my taint.
It's written down. Oh
man.
wow! It's always a pleasure.
yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
This is a Scotty Mays episode. But thank you, T-Bone. Now, I'm glad if
very
you
welcome.
hadn't shown up, we wouldn't have had a title for this show.
There would be no taint suckling. If she wouldn't have shown up.
Suckling of the taint.
I know my position's here.
Yes, she does.
Which position?
That's how she got T-boned.
All starts with a little taint suckling.
Nice.
That's the little taint suckling.
Right, Sam? I'm dying.
Oh man, my face is so hot right now.
Oh, we got to bring it down. We got to bring it up. We got serious stuff to do here. I don't know. Where were we before Steve?
It doesn't even matter.
No idea.
It does not even matter. We went straight to ludicrous speed.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I don't know where we were because it's hard to say where we just went. It's hard to move past this. It's been a while since I had my tape sucked. Or tickle, for that matter.
I know we were talking about Amazon Prime being addicted to it and getting rehabilitation.
You don't want an Amazon suckle in your tape. So anyway.
They probably have something you can order for.
How much would you pay for a
It'll
taint
be here
suckling from
tomorrow.
I'm sure that I'm going to Google taint suckling.
Just
I might
do
go ahead and
images
do it.
only and see
Right.
what comes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, do that. Do it on
If my picture comes
Do it
up,
on the
just
station
avoid.
computer. Urban Dictionary. What does
Well,
that
it
say?
says face taint.
Face taint?
Oh,
I've heard. Is that what? Did they do that at the fair?
I bet there was some faces that got
Like
tainted.
Garfield right here.
Why don't you come over here and
Taint
get your
paint.
face painted?
And then there's
Did they
something.
get your tank painted?
There's something called a stang taint.
Oh,
I bet there is,
you gotta
yeah.
stay away from the state taint.
That's when you've gone too far.
Retreat.
Yeah, back to the front. Back to the front. We hit the stank taint.
That's like Border Patrol, right?
Diseases of the goat.
My goat got stank taint. This is where we need the scream and go.
Man.
Because if you have taint stank, you might. You might have a scream and go.
I mean, if you're a goat and you suck tainted milk, I'd be screaming too.
Yeah. Oh, is that where you got that from?
Well,
tainted
way
milk?
to clean that one up, Pat.
That's a whole different kind of taint.
Oh, man.
There's also something called a tainty 9, according to Urban Dictionary.
A tainty 9? Oh. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, that's how you get your taint suckled. That's the same thing.
9
it's
times.
A tainty 9. It's just you're returning the favor.
Yes.
Do we need a break already? Are we spent for this?
Dude, that was an intense 8 minutes.
It was. That was definitely some. Well, it gets intense when you get your taint sucked, Scotty. That's all there is to it. I think we need to take a break and just
wash
recover. Well, you don't want to get taint stank. Or was it stank taint?
Stank taint.
Snack taint.
Babe, hand me your baby powder out here first.
I'd prefer a snack taint. All right, yeah. Let's take a break. I don't even know who I'm playing this break. This is Potter's Field. At Potter's Field,
hey,
why not?
You never
Peaceful
go wrong
man, yeah, right there in the stank tank. Hit it.
Nothing came
Hello there. My name is Wallace J. Crumplebottom, and when it's early in the morning, there's nothing that gets me ready for a long day of bean counting, quite like a good breakfast. And there's no better breakfast than a brand new episode of The Breakfast Lads. Take it from me, I'm British, so I must know what I'm talking about. Tune in every Wednesday at 8 a.m. for a brand new episode of The Breakfast Lads. Brought to you by Eventide Entertainment.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah! All these... Where's the Tylenol?
Did you hear that? Yeesh!
Yeah, I heard it.
I reversed them. That way I could play it.
Tish.
So anyway, yeah, yeesh. We are back. Yeesh. We are back on the live radio show, or as I like to call it, your scrotum is a mud cloud. That's some things deserve to stay on the break, and I'm sorry I brought that up, Scotty.
Now people are on Pornhub typing in scrotum as a mud
flap. Let's
mud
face it, most of them already Googled that at least once.
They're probably watching it while they're listening to this.
That's all I really want is for my listeners to listen to me while watching Pornhub. That's
really knowing our luck with the suckling taint, we will be on Pornhub.
Is that like a suckling pig?
So I did see
taint. It's a young one.
I did see a link for pig suckling on the search results.
I bet you did. Hey, I did. Scotty Mays is still here with T-Bone.
No.
Yes, Shaft is back here. We're good. We're still good to go. See, now we lost our energy. We had all that fun stuff happen off the air.
I should have brought some pre-workout for all of us.
No kidding. We could have used that.
Yeah.
We could have used that.
We wouldn't have drank it. We just would have cut lines.
Right, and snorted it. That happens. Yeah,
it's not illegal.
Right, it's pre-workout. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I've been stressed out lately, and my blood pressure's been up. And I was at Wiley's for the comic hang several weeks ago. And as we're sitting there just talking with all the other comics, I get a nosebleed. And I'm thinking, great, now the rumors are going to start. Yep, he's doing it too, just like that last guy was. So yeah, now I'm the new cokehead owner. But no, it's not true.
She weren't doing it off the toilet.
Right. Yeah, why would you do that? Yeah. That's a good way to get stank taint, right? Or a shaint.
A little shaint.
Yeah, you don't want to snort no shaint. Where it's news stories, I think. Let's move on to something.
Maybe they have
something a little more tame.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe they got a mud flap scrotum story in there.
Yeah. What's that?
We were here on the way here. There's a guy whose rectum had to get removed because they put an air compressor up his ass. But
why did he do
that?
And
it blew it out, so they had to remove.
Blew out his entire colon. Wow. His buddy's like, you know what'd be funny? Yeah. Hold my beer. I'm gonna stick this hose up your rectum, and we're gonna shoot 150 psi.
I'm taking a hiatus now.
Yeah, that's how you get a hiatus right there.
Fire in the hole.
The earth wind.
Shot it right out. Nice.
Biggest fart you'll ever hear at Waffle House afterwards.
That's an there he was. He was the guy at Waffle House.
That was the guy at Waffle House.
Probably
was.
He
was scattered, smothered, and choked.
Got chainted
Myrtle
on.
Took good care of him. Hey, Myrtle! Turn on the compressor!
Crank that baby up to 150 psi. We're going all the way.
Oh. How do you follow that with a boring news story? We got to find something.
You got to have something from Florida in there.
Yeah.
there is. I'm sure of it. We'll start with this one. This is in Austria. An Austrian government official is having a cow over bizarre Swiss app challenge, urging followers to kiss bovines to raise money for charity. The Cuss Challenge.
Cuss?
Yeah. Launched earlier this week on the Castle app, urges users in Switzerland, Austria, and other German-speaking countries to kiss cows, with or without tongue, to raise charity funds. Elizabeth Kostinger, Austria's Minister for Sustainability and Tourism, called the challenge dangerous mischief. She warned that pastures are, quote, not petting zoos, and that trying to kiss cows would have serious consequences. Is that what you do at a petting zoo? I think Holly Shock was here last week and brought up the idea of a heavy petting zoo. I think that's what this is. That's what they're taught, where you kiss the cows. That's... Yeah. Who hasn't, but at least once or twice. You know?
Everyone's got a story.
Yeah, so don't do that. It's apparently dangerous to go out into the pasture at random, and I'm assuming they have to video themselves doing it, or it doesn't count.
Right.
It's like cow tipping, you know.
Right.
And the better kisser they are, the bigger tip they get.
Right. Right. What's
they
next
kiss good
out
enough
there?
To get shaft.
What's the next challenge out there? Milking a bull?
Yeah. That's not a challenge. They usually welcome it. They kick a little at first because it's
just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to whisper in their ear.
Yeah. Whisper,
Yeah.
Suckle the taint.
Yeah.
Philadelphia police are investigating after a 5-year-old boy brought about 24 vials of crack cocaine into a preschool at a Roman Catholic church. Police say the boy told a teacher's aide at St. Cyprian Children's Center that a person who handed him the bag and told him to hide it. The Archdiocese of Philadelphia tells WTXF-TV that the teacher's aide took the bag, smoked the crap out took the bag which she suspected held drugs, informed an administrator, and they called 911. No other children came into contact with the drugs, and no one was harmed. It makes I'm not even going.
You're not going there?
Not even going. I'm going there. Why not? It makes good sense to hand somebody, a young boy in a Catholic school, something to hide and tell him, don't tell anybody. That was a thinking crook right there. He said, where can I hide this that nobody will tell him about it?
The old Saint Crack.
Old St. Cracksman's elementary school. Okay. While most of the candidates for Denmark's general election, I did read that right. Are making good use of the internet, posting their promises on websites and social media. One has gone a step further. Joachim B. Olsen, an Olympic shot put silver medalist who has been a member of the Folketing. I can say that. It's okay. I can say that on here. Folketing for Center-Right Liberal Alliance since 2011 placed an ad bearing the party logo and encouraging people to vote for him on one of the world's top websites, Pornhub. On his official Facebook profile, Olsen confirmed that he was responsible for the ad. Yes, it's me on Pornhub. Olsen told BT Newspaper Sunday that election campaigns are serious, but there must be also some room for humor. And Pornhub.
And porn. You always have to have room for Pornhub.
Yeah. Don't get shafted by Trump.
You at least got to take 7 seconds out of your day.
Well, because there's only so far they'll go on Amazon Prime. They'll send you anything, but you still you need to provide your own.
You have to be able to utilize the tools.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
Don't let your primal instincts take over.
Exactly. Your Amazon primal instincts. Yes.
Nice. All right. Sometimes we just need a laugh track button in here.
Yeah.
Just kind of bring it in.
This has been a slow news week. It really has.
Not much going on.
There's not a whole lot that's all that good. There are some strange medical conditions we can talk about.
Ooh, I like these. Come on.
I've only got 2 of them on here.
It's all right. I might have them both.
The rest of them seem a little too sad to make fun of, but these ones, right up our alley. Alien hand syndrome.
Uh-oh.
AHS, also known as anarchic hand or Dr. Strangelove syndrome.
I definitely have that.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do with an anarchic hand.
Is it shaped like this?
Have a little strange love. Though,
yeah,
you know.
But you use your opposite, not dominant.
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, from the Stanley Kubrick film titled Dr. Strangelove, the first film to present AHS, is a rare neurological disorder. The main symptom of AHS is the patient's hand appears to be possessed by a will of its own, acting without them being aware of it. The condition is most commonly caused by a brain injury. However, much about AHS remains a mystery, as not enough information has been gathered on the causes, cures, and treatments for alien hand syndrome.
Yeah, so T-Bone's walked in on me on the shower.
And you had to claim, it's not me!
Yeah, it's not my fault. Yes. And that is, and she doesn't believe me, but now we have proof that it exists.
It didn't work when you told your parents that. It's not going to work for anybody else. Because there is nothing more embarrassing than walking in on somebody else while you're masturbating. That's
Right.
See, I turn.
Yeah. It's even more weird when you're walking down the hallway. And you just kind of like
when you walk into like a business meeting.
Yeah, you're like, sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, hold on.
Give me 3 seconds.
Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Ooh, yeah, I probably have this too.
Yeah. Is a disease that affects the perception of size. Most men have
I
this.
definitely have.
Alice in Wonderland syndrome is named after Alice in Wonderland because patients who suffer from it may perceive themselves, their body parts, of course, or objects to be smaller or bigger than they truly are, similar to when Alice shrinks or grows to get herself out of a difficult situation. However, Alice in Wonderland syndrome is not as cheerful as Lewis Carroll's best-selling novels. Symptoms usually include migraines, loss of sense of time, hallucinations, migraines, psychoactive drugs, brain tumors, temporal lobe epilepsy, and Epstein-Barr virus infections can cause Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Well, and normally it starts off with something that says "eat me" or "drink me."
Right? Yeah, that's yeah. Which pill do you want?
Yeah,
that's
right. All of them.
Yeah, one pill makes you larger. That's called Viagra. Former jockey. Sorry, a former jockey set his ex-wife's house in southwest Marion County, Florida, on fire after an apparent domestic dispute Tuesday. It was her trailer. Come on, guys.
Right.
Yeah. Dispute Tuesday night then led deputies on a multi-county chase using different vehicles. One of them was a Dodge Charger, painted to look like the General Lee from the TV show Dukes of Hazzard.
Briefly heard
according
about
to
this.
the news reports. Oswald Perriera, 44, was taken to University of Florida Health Shands Hospital in Gainesville after suffering burns on 15% of his body. He faces charges such as fleeing and eluding, domestic violation of domestic violence protection order, and assault on an officer, according to news reports. He could also face arson charges pending a state attorney office investigation.
So he was a former jockey.
Yeah, he's a former jockey.
So what do you think caused that dispute? Like every night he'd come home late. She'd be like, "Mister, you stand out there and hold this light until I say you come in."
Yep, he was a lawn jockey. That's what they didn't want to tell you the full story. He was a lawn jockey.
And he had a General Lee. That's even funnier.
That's
hilarious.
great.
I wonder if the horn even made the noise.
I wonder if the windows were, the doors were welded shut.
So
he had to crawl in the window. Because if he was a jockey, he probably would have needed a ladder. He needed a step stool to get into the General Lee.
I see him shuffling down there and jumping on a mini trampoline and just.
Yep, it was a higher pitch.
With the Travelocity banner.
He was a jockey, not a gnome.
Oh, okay. So I get him so confused sometimes.
It's hard to tell them apart. The hat.
Yeah.
The hat and the beard. That's the only Yeah, most jockeys don't have beards because it gets caught in the rain. Right. Okay.
All right. Oh.
There's got to be something else in here. What do we got? We can only hope the victim is okay after this incident. According to police in Pennsylvania, 32-year-old Michaela Hootner lives outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and she went to her ex-boyfriend's house last Sunday night, but he wasn't home, so she waited. When he showed up around 1 a.m., she was inside his house, and she demanded to know where he'd been and started hitting him. So he told her to leave and showed her the door. But on her way out, she landed one more punch squarely to his groin.
He said, I said good day.
And hit him so hard his junk burst.
Oh,
Wow.
We don't want to get too graphic with the details, so we'll just say she hit him directly in the family jewels so hard that one of his jewels fell out.
oh man.
An ambulance took him to the hospital, and we haven't had any updates yet, but he told cops even Michaela looked worried when she realized the extent of the damage.
Oh.
And they suspect it was a brutal attack.
There's a thunder punch right to the gym bag. Holy crow, man.
Yeah, so his scrotum is now basically a mud flap.
Nice. Ew.
That's a good callback.
That
I didn't
was
think
beautiful.
we'd see that one again.
But here we are.
Here we are.
Beautiful.
It all comes back to the scrotum
It
here on
really
the left.
does. It really does.
Oh, it popped! How does that happen?
I mean, that is like whatever uppercut. I'm thinking, was it a straight jab or was that an uppercut?
that
Like,
would have had to have been an uppercut.
That's
Yeah,
some Mortal Kombat finish.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Ron Schock. Have you ever heard of him? I believe it's the comedian that did this. He used to talk about news stories, and that's why he said he suspected it was a brutal attack. He told a news story on stage once where there was a guy that was fishing in the river, and somebody that didn't know him came up behind him and beat him to death with a piece of driftwood. And the police, it was in Alabama or something, the police in Alabama said they suspect it was a brutal attack because one of his testicles was still lying on the riverbank. So,
Wow.
And they suspect. And I know of no non-brutal, gentle way to hit a guy with a piece of driftwood.
Right.
Yeah, so that's... Ron Schock was funny.
I'm still trying to just visualize this whole incident that took place with Johnny
I think-
One Nut.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even a kick; it was a.
He is now what they call a testiclops.
Testiclops. Wonder what Tina's new name is now.
Tina.
I don't know. I just made up her name. What's her
Oh,
name?
Michaela.
Michaela.
Or Mike, something like
It's
that.
probably Michaela.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like a good testicle popping name.
Michaela the
Yeah, if
Man
you had your testicle
mangler.
popped by a
No,
professional.
no.
That's the question. You know.
Yeah.
All she would have had to do is suckle the taint.
Yeah, that's it.
What about Tesla?
Nice. I
Isn't
see what
that-
you did there.
that-
Again, we
isn't-
need that laugh
Isn't
track
that
button.
an electric car? Isn't that an electric car?
It's the electric tank.
I don't know
The
if you
electric
get
tank
if you
killer.
got
Tesla. A South African family who suspected rude neighbors were trespassing in their backyard pool set up a security camera that identified the culprits, local baboons. The Marloth Park homeowner said he and his wife started noticing that when they would come home from work, it appeared someone had been using their pool. So we installed cameras because every time we came back from work, one could see someone was swimming, the man said. Because our property is not fenced off, we at first thought it was our neighbors using it without permission. The man said he and his wife were surprised when the closed caption TV footage identified the true culprits, a group of baboons.
Do you think the lady was the mother from Every Which Way But Loose? Those GD bears eating on my GD Oreo.
Yeah, right turn, Clyde. Oh, that was a good movie. I haven't seen
Man,
that
yeah, it
forever.
was. And then, what was it? Any Which Way You Can? Was the
Yeah, not
follow-up
as-
to that? Wasn't as good.
It's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
I believe that one was.
Yeah. Every Which Way But Loose was classic.
Yeah,
though.
oh, yeah.
Google that,
Yes,
you youngins.
yeah, all you young folks. That's a Clint Eastwood right there. Let's see. No,
All right.
let's not see that. Oh, for many, the idea of throwing their head back and sliding a slippery shellfish, that's some alliteration right there. Sliding a slippery shellfish down their throat is a vomit-inducing thought. One iron-stomached woman who has upped the ante by chomping the head off a newly discovered penis-shaped clam.
Chopping the head off.
This is
mom.
Yes, there you go. Good call. A video has emerged of the woman grabbing the curiously shaped mollusk by the base, because that's the best way to do that, which looks fairly similar to a large German sausage emerging from the end of a bread bun. So you gotta cup the bread bun and slip that German sausage down your throat.
Well, screaming, nine!
Yeah. The adventurous eater taps the shellfish on the end, which causes a stream of water to spurt out.
Oh, no.
It squirts translucent liquid for several seconds before the woman suddenly puts it in her mouth and bites off a big chunk.
This is a great visualization.
Isn't it, though? That's why this article really disturbed me. It's not quite
one
as
shot
hateful.
Sally taking another one for the team.
Yeah. I got this, guys. Don't be scared. Oh man, I want to quit. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more to it than a penis-shaped clam.
Oh yeah.
A clam at that. That's like,
I've never heard of a penis-shaped
I believe,
clam
aren't they
You
called
should
like
Google
leeks or something
Google
like that?
penis clam.
Okay.
Two words.
Oh my goodness, yeah. And do all images.
Okay, I'll do the images.
Hey, there it is. It's showing the
There it
actual
is.
clam. And that
Showing
is
the
a
actual
penis
clam.
right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I've actually seen Mike Rowe on Dirty Jobs actually went out and farmed some of these.
Farmed
one
the
time.
penis clam?
Yeah, he did. He totally did with both his hands.
I'm gonna try and
Try to
He's probably allergic to
superimpose that.
there we go
over there.
for everybody on Facebook Live.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook Live, enjoy our penis clam.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that is.
Enjoy.
I like that there's a bucket of them.
Yeah.
I know,
That's
right?
like a whole bucket of
Yeah.
peni right there.
And I guess they got
Peni.
circumcised because they don't have the show anymore.
Well, yeah, they're Jewish clams.
There's no way.
What if I came
This is
home
great.
with that? And she's
No.
like, "What's for dinner?"
And I love how this. I love how this one guy's holding. He's holding.
Well, that's how I hold mine.
Right, exactly. Sometimes you got to,
Yeah,
Scotty.
that's how I wake her up in the morning. I just
Smack her with the old penis clam. You don't want to smack her with the shell in.
no, not the shell part.
Yeah, they get mad about
yeah,
that.
they really do.
Oh, this is great.
That's called tea-shelling or something like that. Or shell bagging.
Shell bag.
They got a vagina-looking clam too.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's most of them.
Is it
actually.
bearded?
That's yeah.
It's shaven.
Yeah, it's a clean shaven.
It's a clean shaven clam.
Yeah, but it's a once bearded clam and now it's shaved.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Oh. Guess
Should
what
we do
I'm
a
smacking
story?
you with tonight?
Yeah, should we do a story about babysitters now?
Absolutely. Yes, please.
Babysitters and penis-shaped
Clams.
clams.
Child care. I'll cover it all on the live.
refrigerator and seeing that in there.
What's that?
Could you imagine just opening up the refrigerator and seeing that just laying there? Oh my God!
Yeah,
Like,
put that right in your mouth.
I just think if I ever opened up my refrigerator and that was laying in there, I'm gonna need help.
Well, that's
I'd
the
help
bad thing. Because you'd have to eat them live. Otherwise, they'd just go live. Pull it out of the fridge, it'd be all cold.
Oh
it
my
would shrink.
It
This
leaked
time-
all over the place.
Yeah, it leaked all over.
That'd be a really good joke on somebody, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it leaked on my cheese.
Oh my god.
Sorry, Scott.
Brad, spit it out.
That's because you're
Almost
not
lost that one.
health code. You're not supposed to store dairy under your penis clam. That's a violation right there.
That's where we got our
my
tainted milk
goodness.
from.
That's where you get the tainted milk or the milk taint. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So you'll suckle the taint, but you won't eat the penis clam.
I got priorities.
Yeah, well, it's standards. I would say that's standards right there. Now that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have welcomed their first child
from the penis clan,
they will no doubt need a nanny for the little nipper.
The little nipple.
But while Mary Poppins was great in her day, celebrities and other ho profile.
What's your hoe profile?
Trying to find my hoe.
High profile types now look for nannies who also have a touch of James Bond. That's why England's Norland College, a prestigious academy for aspiring nannies, makes sure to teach students self-defense skills and how to ditch the paparazzi, along with cooking and sewing, according to Inside Edition. It's a good bet that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will consider hiring what some are calling scary Poppins for their young son from Norland. That's because Harry's brother and sister-in-law, Prince William and Kate Middleton, employ Maria Barrayo, a graduate of the academy, as the nanny of their 3 children. So, yeah, kung fu nannies.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
So they come home and they're like, what'd you do to our baby? It was shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. There you go.
I apologize
for
that horrible joke.
Yeah, that's somehow that does not quite follow the penis clam story.
It really doesn't.
That's yeah.
But Harry
was yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
he
you
followed.
can't be
yeah,
serious and say that name.
Yeah, yeah, Harry Penis Clam. That's right.
They don't call him Harry Potter for a reason.
Yeah, Prince Harry. Vita Coco has gone off the rails. The Coconut Waters community coordinator, Lane Rawlings, tweeted an image of herself on the brand's main account clutching a jug of what she claims is her own urine. The image was in response to a Twitter troll who had told Vita Coco, quote, "I would rather drink your social media person's pee than coconut water." He said he would rather drink our social media person's pee, and Vita Coco will go to great lengths to prove a hater wrong, said the brand manager, Allison Fanazzo. The hater at hand is Tony Poznansky, Nancy.
Okay.
Who once wrote an entire HuffPost blog post about how much he hated coconut water. On Wednesday, he tweeted he found coconut water effing disgusting because it's coconut water.
Right.
I'd rather drink the ejaculate from a penis clam.
I think I found it.
The penis?
No, the coconut water.
I've been looking this whole show. I thought you just had an itch. Yeah. Thought you were trying to get to the taint. What do you got? Coconut? Well, yeah, he's found the article. You probably can't read it and wouldn't want to.
No.
Because who cares?
But it's interesting that it's actually.
We are out of time, man. Look at that. Time flies.
We sure
We're
are.
laughing about really stupid things.
Yeah.
Time flies when you get shafted by the penis clam.
Yeah.
That was an excellent form of
Hey, don't bring
detachment.
Shaft into this.
That's right.
That's my private business. And my business private.
Business.
I don't know. I think we should be canceled. Just this whole. Look, can we go back and just not do this, Patrick?
I don't know. The dump bun only goes 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It should go.
So does mine.
I don't know. My dump butt can take some time. I eat a lot of cheese, Scotty.
She pushes in the right spot. It's getting done.
Like, oh, penis clam. Well, after Shaft, doesn't take as long anymore. And sometimes you just got to loosen up a bit.
Michael Morris doesn't like coconut water either.
Michael D. Morris is listening again. Michael,
Love that man.
I keep missing him in comedy. He'll do a show, and I'm not able to make it there. So breaks my heart.
You can bring him back on this show.
I need to.
That's
Michael,
how you spend some time with it.
next week, you're on. I'll send you a message.
Whether you like it or not.
All right.
Bring your penis clam.
Yep. Yeah, bring your penis clam. And we will talk about it. If you bring Shaft, we're not going to discuss it.
I'm just talking about Shaft. He just said that.
Shut your mouth. All right, Scotty, thanks for coming on. It was so good to see you again.
It was really good to see you.
Don't disappear from the comedy world. I understand you have self-care.
Sure. Well, just have me back on your show. We'll have some
so
laughs.
you'll do self-care, and then you'll come. This will be.
I
your
will
comedy
always
show
do this
here.
for you.
I tell you what, the next time Charlie's in,
Okay.
you're going to be able to cancel on her again. T-Bone, always a pleasure. And know that you're welcome here anytime. Anytime Scotty's, bring T-Bone.
That was really cool of you to shoot
really
the invite, though,
right,
man. That was awesome.
Totally made my night.
Well, I've just always assumed you knew.
Because what happened after that was the best night of my life. I mean, my name was Don Smith for about 10 seconds. But I'm okay with that.
Yep, she's going, grow a beard, Scotty, grow a beard.
Yeah, hold on to it. It's about to get real.
She was riding there like a Roy Rogers high chair. There's another Daddy reference, kids.
Yeah. Look him up. All right. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get going. Scotty, thanks so much
Thank
for
you,
coming
brother.
on. T-Bone, always a pleasure. Get out to Wiley's this weekend for Stuart Huff. It's going to be fantastic. Mike Wells is hosting. Karen Jaffe's featuring.
What?
I'm going to be doing a guest set Friday night. Saturday night late show, Rena Com and Luke Swanson, who've also been on the show, they're going to be doing a guest set, each of them that night. So it's going to be a fantastic weekend. Get out there.
I love all you guys. Thank you.
What's that?
I said I love all you guys. Thank you for everything.
We love you too, Scott.
I mean that.
Always glad to have you around. Yeah. We'll get you back on.
All right, bro.
When Scotty's here.
All right.
When Charlie's
the other Scotty's here.
And and you can cancel on it.
All right.
Again.
Sounds good.
All right, Patrick, get us out of here. Thanks for listening to the Life Radio Show podcast. Check us out on Eventide Entertainment Podcast Network or wherever you listen to podcasts. Remember, if you want to listen live, we're on Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. on WWSU 106.9 FM, with repeats on Wednesdays from 10 to noon and Thursdays from noon to 2. You can also stream the show live at WWSU1069.org. If you have suggestions or comments for the show, feel free to email thelife1069@gmail.com.
Presence overwhelms me. The brutal presence.
Yes, it's me on Pornhub.